So here's the big question. How are entrepreneurs like us, who have been hustling and struggling to make it to success, who seem to make it one step forward only to fall two steps back, who are dedicated, determined, and driven, how do we finally break through and win? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answers. My name is Brian Kelly, and this is the Mind, Body, Business Show. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mind, Body, Business Show. Woo! I am ultra pumped and excited because of our guest expert who is going to be coming on here in just a couple of minutes. He's waiting in the wings. He's amazing. You are going to love him. This guy has so much experience and knowledge. He's going to be dropping knowledge bombs all night long. Get out a pen and paper. You want to take notes. The Mind, Body, Business Show. What is that all about? It is about what I call the three pillars of success. The mind, and that is all about mindset. So here's the thing. In the last 10 years or so, I began studying only successful people, mentors of mine who I worked with, authors of books, other individuals like the individual you're about to meet tonight. Absolutely a mentor of mine. And what I learned were three areas that they had absolutely mastered. And the first being mindset, as I started to say, and that is about having a powerful and very flexible mindset. And I'm going to tell you right now that this man, Jason Nast, is the epitome of just that. And then there is body. That is really literally about taking care of your own body through nutrition, through exercise. And again, my guest expert, Jason Nast, is right on cue with that as well. So there's patterns going on here. And then there's business. And that is all about mastering the skill sets you need to create a successful business and then to grow that business. And these are multifaceted, many different skill sets like sales, marketing, team building, systematizing, leadership. And I'm going to run out of breath because I could go on and on and on. The good news is you as a single person, as a solopreneur, if that's what you are, you do not need to master every one of them. You only need to master one, just one of those. And actually, I mentioned one of them by name. Okay, I'll let it out. It is leadership. Once you have mastered the skill set of leadership, you now have the skill set to delegate to others who have already spent that hard-earned time and money and resources and training in mastering the skill sets you have yet to master. Because let's face it, to master every skill set that's necessary, I don't honestly think we have enough time on this planet as humans for one person to master every single one. So get quick at mastering leadership, and then you're well on your way. And another wonderful trait of very successful people that I found during this time of study is that to a person, they were all very avid and voracious readers. And with that, I like to segue into a little segment I affectionately call bookmarks.
Bookmarks. Born to read. Bookmarks. Ready, steady, read. Bookmarks. Brought to you by reachyourpeaklibrary.com.
And there you see it to the side of me, reachyourpeaklibrary.com. And here's where the note-taking takes place. I highly recommend that you resist the temptation, for those of you that are watching, especially live, resist the temptation to click away and stay with us, because as I always say, I train this from stage, the magic happens in the room. Yes, it's a virtual room. That's what we all have today. As long as you are paying attention to this show, paying attention to Jason Nast, who's coming on right after this, then you will get something that can catapult you and your life and your business to the next level. If you're looking and clicking and staring off at other things and you've got your phone and you're off on something else in another app, you may very well miss that one thing that could change your life forever. And I mean this, it's happened so many times, especially from stage. I'll see people leave as I'm about to give the golden nugget that could change their life forever. And I knew that because that was the golden nugget that changed my life when I was in the seat. So stay with us to the end and take voracious notes. I run this entire show and I myself take notes during the show. So I'm not requesting you do anything I wouldn't do. I just think it's a good thing to do. And so go ahead and do that. Grab a pen and paper or do it on a notepad on your computer. And we want to hear you. We want to hear back from you. Comment, like, share. And let's spread the word about this amazing resource that we have, which is knowledge that is going to be, you're going to get a lot of it from Mr. Jason Nast. Reach Your Peak Library. What is that all about? That is a website that I had put together literally with you in mind. And I know it sounds cheesy, but it's absolutely true. What it is a compilation of books that I have personally read, that I personally vet as books that had profound impact on me, either in my business life or personally. And so I decided to start cataloging those books that rose to the top. So not every book I've ever read is in this list, only the best of the best. And so I put that together so you have a one-stop shop when you go to look for your next read. Now, look, it's a click to Amazon. I may make a few pennies. I'm not going to get wealthy from this website. That is not the purpose of it. It is for you as a resource to go to it, go straight in, pick the book that jumps off the page first, buy it, whatever form you want to purchase it in. I use Audible, so the audio version. I love that. You might like to read a physical book. They're all there. Go to reachyourpeaklibrary.com and get yours now. And I'm going to stop blabbing so darn much because I'm so excited. I can't wait to bring on the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Jason Nast himself. Here we go.
It's time for the Guest Expert Spotlight. Savvy, skillful, professional, adept, trained, big league, qualified.
And there he is, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming on. He's switching things up behind the stage. We got him on, the one, the only, Mr. Jason W. Nast, but Jason, the big insider, Nast. Welcome to the show, my buddy.
It may or may not be working right now. Everything just locked up completely on me. I do apologize. I don't know what's going on.
The show must go on, baby.
Well, I'm thinking you're seeing and hearing me. At least you're hearing me. So that's great. How are you doing tonight? Everything is wonderful, even with technical difficulties as we speak.
Yeah, it was funny because I saw it flashing, and it was literally the moment I was about to bring you on. So yeah, you are now a man with a green wall. I love it, and that's cool.
We got the green screen going on. I'm glad I didn't wear green today, so that works out.
And I'm glad your teeth aren't green, so when you smile, we just see those wonderful pearly whites. So everyone watching and listening right now, this gentleman right here, he is a very, very good friend of mine. I mean, a dear friend of mine, and he literally spent time with me and my family here at my house. I'm in a home studio here, and that's the second time. I think second time. Is that all? Twice. I've spent the evening at his house in Arizona, and he has done so here in California. So it's not just Facebook friends we're talking about here. We actually got together, did a 4-day mastermind the second time we did it, where we literally met at a hotel. We locked ourselves in the room and got busy with the tasks at hand. And we did that a second time. The first time was in Vegas, and that was last month? It was not long ago.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and so that's what kind of person this is to me. I mean, he's that kind of friend. I'll bring him into my home. We broke bread together. We had a great time. So very special. And here's the thing: this guy was the only one that stepped up and said, "Hey, Brian, I will help you on your very first show." This was back in 2018. I could not believe it. I was just looking that up, and it's been 2 years and 7 months to the day when we had our first broadcast of this very show. I was like, wow, this is amazing. So, you're such a wonderful friend. You're such a giver. I just wanted to open it up by telling you how much I appreciate you, my brother.
Hey, I absolutely thoroughly appreciate you, man. It's been a gift to be your friend and to be an associate and a partner in all kinds of crazy opportunity stuff. It's truly been a gift and a blessing. So I thank you. We often say brother from another mother, and that is so true. So true.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And hey, there's like this really excellent sponsor for our show that's been sponsoring us since the inception. And I don't know who it is, but yeah, there might be somebody where Jason's pointing. If you're watching, it's on the upper right-hand side of your screen. That's the big insider secret. So guess what? Guess what this wonderful gentleman does for our show? He gives away a 5-night vacation stay at a 5-star resort. And we get to give this away on our show because of him and his sponsorship each and every show. And all you have to do is watch us live right here as you're doing now, and stay with us to the end. And that is where you'll get the information on how to enter to win compliments of this wonderful, amazing guy and the big insidersecrets.com. That is his company. Thank you for that.
Well, thank you.
More. housekeeping elements here real quick, and then we're going to get busy with Jason Nast.
Love it.
So if you're struggling with putting a live show together and it's overwhelming and you want a lot of the processes done for you while still enabling you to put on a high quality show and connect with great people like Jason Nast and grow your business all at the same time, then head over to carpetbombmarketing.com. Carpet Bomb Marketing, saturate the marketplace with your message. And one of the key components that is contained in the Carpet Bomb Marketing courses, one that you'll learn how to absolutely master, is the very service we use to stream our live show right here on the Mind Body Business Show. Over the course of the past 9 years, actually more than 9 now, we have tried many quote unquote TV studio solutions, software for live streaming. And I will tell you, StreamYard is the best of the best. It combines supreme ease of use along with unmatched functionality, so you can start streaming high quality, professional looking live shows for free with StreamYard right now. So go ahead and visit that website you see on the screen. For those of you listening, it's ryp.im/stream live, all one word, ryp.im/stream live. And we're going to bring back the man of the hour. I just want to put up, I just got this wonderful StreamYard pillow that was sent in the mail. I love it. It's wonderful. StreamYard is, I was going to say StreamYard is the beast, but no, they are the duck. They're awesome.
There you go. The duck. The beastly duck.
So now on to Mr. Jason Nast. I'm going to give you a quick, respectful, as you deserve, introduction, and then we're going to dive in.
Sounds
Jason
good.
Nast helps entrepreneurs catapult their income so they can do what they love, enjoy more free time, and create financial freedom online quickly. He's a Clio Award winner and 2-time Marketer of the Year with over 35 years in marketing experience, generating over, get this, $1 billion with a B, $1 billion in revenue for his clients. I just want to tell you, I don't play small, I play big, and that's what the big insider secrets. And Mr. Jason Nast, now formally welcome to the show, my brother.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
I can't tell you how excited I am for this one, man. I'm
truly excited, literally. Been giddy all day about it.
And we have a friend that says, good evening. She's coming on in. You see that?
Nice. Hey. She was actually at your very first live event out in California.
And how did that happen?
And she won because she was my Uber driver that day.
Oh yeah, I gotta tell a story real quick. It was I did meetups for quite a while. They're on location meetings, and I used to do these for a mentor of mine for quite a while, for a month. I did one every week in a different town, and one of those towns was Beverly Hills. I then broke free. And I broke out on my own. I didn't say break free. I loved working with my mentor. And I broke out and did my own. My very first one was in Beverly Hills. Jason Nast lives in Arizona at the time. I'm in Beverly Hills, California for that night. This guy hops on a plane to come and fly all the way over here. It's not that far, but it takes a lot. It takes money. It takes time. It's valuable. He lands, gets out of the airport, gets his bag, grabs. And then on the way to the actual meetup, he grabs a friend to help support even farther by filling another butt in the seat. So that is the kind of wonderful man this is. I will never, ever forget that, my friend.
Hey, I think that's what you do. There's all these things out there, baby showers and bridal showers. I think we should have entrepreneur showers, literally, where when people are starting a business, instead of going, good luck with that, they should throw parties and bring things to the table that can help or at least support the business any way they can. I'm all about supporting small business and entrepreneurs. Hence, that's why we do the giveaway, is because we want to support people in life and making things better.
Did you just now think of that entrepreneur shower?
Yeah.
I think it's genius. We should work on that.
I think it's a great idea.
Genius. Holy camole.
Let's do it. Let's bring it.
I mean, like you said it, instead of, good luck with that. How many times have I heard that from those closest to me?
Oh, yeah.
That's where it hurts the most, right? And you're like, hey, I got this great idea. I know I'm going to put everything I got into it. Yeah. They make it sound like they really mean well for you, but I hope that goes well for you. And they kind of look away. It's like, man. So yeah, entrepreneur shower. That, bro, I think, that would be awesome. That would be
just
awesome.
little things. Bring pens, bring paper, bring staples. Bring a stapler or highlighters. What do all early entrepreneurs need? Sharpies. Just bring some of them. It doesn't have to be expensive, but just support your local business, your local entrepreneur.
And bring connections. The people that come by themselves are connections. Karen Duncombe, thank you for coming on. She says, hello to both of you great men.
Karen.
And I hope you're feeling better, Karen. And we have a helper for the showers. Right on. So I'll bring the shampoo. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. Shower. It'd be awesome. I think that's a great idea. So look, the Mind Body Business Show. We are here creating businesses on the fly. And it's because of geniuses like this guy right here. This is the way he thinks 24/7. I've got to know him at a great deep level, even deeper this past 4 or 5 days that we were together.
You're not talking about the spooning thing, are you? Because that's not right.
No, that was the last time prior to that. So, no, we won't go into that. And no showers were involved either there.
No shower,
yeah. So we're good buddies. Yes. And I wish I knew how to say your name. Ivilo. I hope I said that right. Ivilo.
That's great.
Ivilo. How's it going, guys? How you doing, my buddy? Come on. Loving the show format. Thank you, my friend. Keep them coming. Love the comments. Love the shares. Share the show. We are also on this fantastic new app called Clubhouse right now.
Yeah,
right now.
That's pretty cool.
So be sure to follow both Jason and I didn't get your username in there, but it is at Jason Nast. The ampersand Jason Nast. You see his name up on the screen too. And I'm at Brian C. Kelly because some imposter took Brian Kelly before me. I don't know why they do that. So I thought that was bloody rude, to be honest. I'm just kidding. Yes. He goes by Ivan. Thank you, Ivan. I appreciate you making that easier on me. And we have Don Hoperich, who is head of, oh my gosh, I'm having a brain fart. It's a city commerce. Yes. City Chamber of Commerce. Thank you. There we go. I got it. Chamber of Commerce. And Don is amazing local businessman here in my area. I've never seen anyone so willing and eager to help businesses in a community, and you're phenomenal, Don. Thank you for coming on. Oh, this is awesome. I love it. We have a party going on right here. We got a shower. We're showering Jason Nast with all
entrepreneurial showers. Let's do it.
Yeah. And I love that you got the green shower curtain behind you. It's working perfectly,
There's a logo literally a minute before the show started.
So that's the thing, Queen said it best. The show must go on, right?
The show must go on.
I love it. So I wanted to dig into your brain a little bit, Jason, so people can understand what an amazing guy you are. And I remember the first time we met and got to know each other. This was going back, my gosh, 8, 9, I don't know. I lost count years ago.
I'm going to say it was probably at least 8 years ago, maybe 9. Yeah.
Yeah. And I got to witness firsthand when we were tasked to do something together, or we just chose to do it together. I don't remember. It was an exercise. We were in a mastermind, I believe.
Yeah.
And we went out to do something, and things weren't going right. And I was getting flustered. And it was like water off your back. You were like, so what? You were so positive. And until then, I had never met anyone in my life as positive as you. And you taught me a big lesson that very trip. And that was thankfully a while ago. It kind of rewired my brain. I thought, I want to be more like Jason in that regard. He's so positive, always looking for the best. So for you, you're an entrepreneur, you're a serial entrepreneur, you're doing so many things all the time and you're successful at it, which is rare to have that many hats and that many balls in the air and still be able to crush it. So when you get up in the morning and you know that there's all these things facing you, it's not going to be, the life of an entrepreneur is not easy like it is of an employee who knows what they're going to do when their checks are coming in. Not to belittle corporate employees at all. But for you, Jason, when you get up in the morning, what is it that is going on in that wonderful, big, beautiful brain of yours that's getting you through the day, each and every day, right when you start out and you know that there's a lot in front of you?
Actually, my morning starts the night before. And so I do two things that are critical, I believe, to success for everybody. If you're not incorporating this in your life right now, it might consider doing it. In the evening, I actually have a custom meditation. It's a 3-hour meditation. I put it on every evening before I go to sleep. And during that 3 hours, or during, before I drift off, but I'm programming my mind for the day. I am letting go all the mishaps, technical failures, anything like that may have happened throughout the day, letting that go, acknowledging it, learning from it, and then moving on from it, and then start to program my evening, my nighttime, my sleeping activity. I actually start to pre-program that with what I'm going to be thinking about the next day, what I'm going to be doing about the next day. So it's kind of like a to-do list, but not really. It's more of just a focused effort to make sure that when I wake up in the morning, I'm very clear. I know exactly what my first step is, what the next step is, and what the next step is. And then first thing in the morning, something that kickstarts you, gets you going, gets you really motivated. Sometimes that's music for some people. Other people, it's a motivational speech and whatever. And again, I spent hours, this is probably 5, 6, 7 years ago. I spent hours building out a 1 hour motivational moment, I guess you call it, which just has a barrage of incredible speeches from actors and from dignitaries and things that motivate me to be a better human being every day. It includes things about working out. It includes mind, body, business. It includes prepping the mind for success, keeping the body fit for success, and focusing on your business and your task at hand. So literally that's my evening routine, pre-program my dreams, if you will, takes me through the evening and all night long. I am a thinker. So all night long, I'm constantly building brands, ideas. I'm open to receive messages on projects that I'm working on. I'm working on a couple of different projects right now, and it's amazing how much clarity I get in my evening, my dream time about what I'm going to do in the morning for that project. So,
well, there you have it. I've had so many guests on this show, and everyone that is successful, like Jason, I only have successful people on the show. They all have some kind of routine, and oftentimes it involves prepping their mind. And so the repetition, the time and time again that I've heard it from people like you, Jason, that's just, I wish I could do a mind meld with everyone watching and listening right now to let them know that, look, you don't have to take the exact routine Jason does. Just find one that works with you. But one recommendation would be, if you don't have one, model what Jason just said. Reach out to him. We'll give you the ability to do that. And knowing him, his heart, he'll say, this is the type of stuff I do. Here's how you put it together. You can have this at night and then wake up to this and get your life started. And then you can modify it to suit your needs better. But oh my gosh, they're just flying in. Dennis,
Dennis, I can even go one further and tell you that I actually have in the past shared my 3 hour meditation and my morning motivation with people who have asked for it. So I don't force anybody, but anybody who asks, I'm grateful to give them a link. I have it on my Google Drive, so it's shareable, so that I can share it with people who are interested. I'll be happy to share it. You just never asked in 8 years. You never asked.
For those just listening, I just raised my hand. Fantastic. And then Paola, I hope I said that right. Mr. Rodriguez, I love the entrepreneur shower idea. Remember, that's Jason Nast's idea. It's trademarked already. He's so fast. He was trademarking it on the side as we were talking. And then you'll love this one. Mr. Tim Gillette. Wow, this is trouble. Yes.
Hey, Tim. Wow, this is great.
Oh, my goodness. Nice.
Actually, I think
we got a question already.
Good. I say we all met. I think we met Tim at the same time I met you. I think we all kind of got together and said, that's a long time ago, man. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Great people.
Appreciate you coming on, Tim. Tim has his own live show. I think he does it daily. He's on there all the time. So he's always giving back, giving great value. So thank you for being who you are, brother. And we have a gentleman by the name of Ron Howard on YouTube that has a question for you, Jason. Are you ready?
Excellent. All right. Yeah.
Ron Howard asks, what would be the best way to target moms nationally? Right down your alley.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. Actually, yeah, in my business and the Big Insider Secrets, we also target moms. So it's a great demographic, because moms typically are the spenders, especially if you're doing something educational, if you're doing something either to educate kids, educate moms, educate things like that. So Ron, I would probably have to get a little bit more information about, like, what is it that you're actually trying to market to moms? if it's t-shirts, if it's, I have an example. We used to market to, quite literally, we used to market mugs and t-shirts to grandmas that knitted and were crocheted and had tattoos. So, if you have a specific thing like that, like a t-shirt or a mug, then I would definitely be looking at Facebook ads for it. But if you're looking for something like I do, educational wise, I tend to lean towards if your moms are like, I'll say if your moms are probably like the 25 to 35-year-old, maybe even 40-year-old range, I would go to Google and use Google search terms, because if they're searching for something educational, do that. And if they're older, this is something that most people don't think about. If they're an older demographic of moms, because we have a lot of moms that are having kids later in life now. If they're 40, 45 plus moms, I would definitely be looking at Bing. And I know that's crazy and everybody's going to be like, Bing, what is Bing? But the reality of it is that the older demographic tends to just buy a computer. And if they're buying a Windows-based computer, the default search engine is Bing. Even if they go as far as to download Chrome or anything like that, it still defaults to Bing as the search engine. So anybody who's searching for something, how do I learn online? How do I play guitar? How do I learn a new language? They're going to be doing that right from their browser, right from their their taskbar. And again, if your demographic is older, Bing ads. Go to Bing. It's cheaper and it's more effective for the older demographic. Now, again, younger demographic, you definitely want to go into the Google ads and some of their partners, things like that. And again, if it's a visual thing, Facebook works. If it's something that you can catch their eye and stop them in their tracks, but generally disruptive marketing, I don't care for. I like targeted marketing.
Fantastic. I hope that answered your question there, Ron. If you have more detailed information on that, then go ahead and type that in. Now, you touched on it just a second ago there, Jason, about your company, The Big Insider Secrets, and I did want to definitely dive into that. So let's do that. And you've put together an amazing resource for, guess what, stay-at-home moms, and also for others, for the boomer dudes that are looking to take their life to the next level and looking to fulfill their purpose. So let's talk about The Big Insider Secrets and that program and what you've developed. And is it ready for prime time? Is it ready for people to come on board right now?
It is. I'll tell you what it is. Here's the thing. I'm going to back up a minute. And that is, in 2020, if we've learned anything in corporate America, if we've learned anything, we've learned that working from home is possible. Now, I spearheaded working from home as a consultant back in the 90s. And, we started like pitching to AT&T to let their customer service reps work from home. And we went nothing but it can't happen, it can't happen, it can't happen. And that went all the way up into the 2000s. And in 2019, if you were in corporate America and you said, I really want to work from home, they were like, no, you can't do that. You got to come into the office. It's the only way it works. 2020 taught us that everybody can work from home, or 90% of the people can work from home. First responders, God bless you all. We understand you got to be out in the field, but a lot of people who couldn't work from home can today. So the one thing that 2021 is telling us is we now know we can work from home. Now the question is, do you want to work for somebody else from home, or do you want to work for yourself from home? So in the beginning of 2020, actually, in 2019, I began this process of just starting to put together some of my marketing secrets, the things that I have learned 35 years in marketing. I have done literally all aspects of marketing. I've done billboards, I've done as seen on TV, commercials. I won a Clio Award. Our production team won a Clio Award for Toyota commercials, and marketer of the year. So we've done this, like running the gamut of marketing. And there's things that I learned that nobody talks about, like Bing, for example, I just mentioned earlier, and I decided to start collecting these secrets, these thoughts, all these things, these behind the curtain things, and putting them into a collection. 2020 rolls around. I'm like, this has to be built for 2020. Now, I didn't want to launch a program that wasn't ready. So I wanted to have the latest tips, latest tricks, the latest things. I'm a pioneer in SMS text marketing. Matter of fact, the first time I was on in 2018 with Brian, it was 2 years and 7 months ago today. We were talking about power texting, which I still have. It's a business of texting. It's a mass text marketing system, but I did it before Gary Vee. I did it before Tony Robbins. So I'm always on the cutting edge of what's happening in marketing and understand it. So I built out the Big Insider Secrets to teach people how to make profit, how to make earnings, how to make money online from home, or like I do, from a laptop. I mean, I literally am traveling constantly. I've been literally on the road since December 13th, and I really enjoy being on the road and being able to make money while I'm on the road. These are things that I do. These are things that I've done to make money. I've tested them. I've done them myself, and I found the little tricks of the trade. One of the things I was talking about with Ron asked the question about how to target moms. One of the things I didn't mention is the latest, hottest trend in marketing to moms is actually TikTok. And I think, Brian, do you remember, if you can log in or you can show them, we actually have a TikTok training in there we have a video series, marketing series, and a TikTok guide that actually takes you through what to do to be powerful and market on TikTok to earn money. Now, there's 2 ways to earn money on TikTok. Actually, there's 3 ways to earn money on TikTok. One way is to simply talk about your products, your lifestyle, and offer an affiliate link. That is very viable, and a lot of people do that because it's kind of instant success, instant money. Another way, of course, is to get enough subscribers, enough people on your viewership that TikTok will actually pay you because they'll start running ads through before your videos and things like that. And then thirdly, of course, is sponsorship. Like we sponsor the Mind Body Business Show. You can actually get sponsors to help with your products and services. And I follow a lot of people on TikTok, and I watch them how they monetize each of their videos subtly. And we talk a lot about that in the TikTok training. So this is kind of the key, is that you don't want to get I always make this example. Facebook marketing is wonderful and terrific, but Facebook marketing 10 years ago or even 6 years ago is completely different than it is today. So you want what's working now, not what worked then. And we put together the Big Insider Secrets for this purpose. It is a membership site. It is constantly updated. We do live trainings with the latest information. We archive everything. And it currently has about 100 modules in there of Instagram, TikTok. We do Pinterest. We got Facebook. We got Google. We got all kinds of stuff in there. But the goal is to get people in there and to learn, because you can't just learn one thing and retire. It doesn't work that way. We all love to see it on TV. I did As Seen on TV, but wait, there's more, right? The reality of it is you're going to be a lifelong learner if you're an entrepreneur, because you want to stay with what's happening now. And that's one of the things that I attribute to being successful, is that I'm never stuck in my ways. I am not. If I was, I'd still be doing As Seen on TV commercials, which don't have high media buys and low results. We still do it, but we do it at a minimal and only after we've made a ton of money online. So, hopefully that helps.
Absolutely. We got a couple more questions coming in. This is phenomenal. Excellent. I love the participation. So, there's a large username.
Wow, you got a big party going on there.
Yeah, 2D4 Gourmet Caramel Corn Ice Cream and Dessert Shop. That's from YouTube. It says, hi, guys. First time watching. 4 of us are here. How does a small biz doing way too much alone market effectively locally and online when online presence needs help to be more user-friendly? Thanks.
Okay, so I'm gonna actually, I know this person. This is actually To Die For Gourmet Caramel Popcorn.
Oh, got it.
And I think you've actually had some of her popcorn. I believe I brought it with me.
Yes.
Mastermind. Di is amazing. I'm going to do a little pitch for her right now. She's in Avondale, Arizona. She is amazing. She has this, if you go to like Costco and you buy a Popcornopolis and all that sort of stuff, it honestly, I got to tell you, for years, that was my go-to. Never again. This stuff is amazing. How do you market locally? Well, there's a lot you can do locally. Matter of fact, Brian earlier, he had a guest on. A comment earlier from a gentleman who runs the Chamber of Commerce in your area, right? In Lancaster?
Yep.
Okay. So reaching out to Chamber of Commerce members, not just the one locally in Avondale, because I know you're very, very tight with the people in Avondale, but reaching out to Chamber of Commerce people and getting involved in those, that's a great opportunity. Also, I love the referral marketing method. Word of mouth is the best. So I know already you have a ton of reviews, and they're all great reviews, but if you can get people to like give them a gift card and say, hey, if you can refer somebody in, if you refer 5 people in, I'll give you a bag of popcorn for free. It's not a whole lot out of your pocket, but it's a great way to introduce new customers to your store. And the other thing is, and this is going to be for every single business out there, build a list. No one should buy a bag of popcorn from you, or an ice cream cone from you, or a coffee, or a latte. No one should buy anything without you giving them the opportunity to sign up for an SMS text list, an email list, or at the very least going on and liking your Instagram page or your Facebook page. You've got to be able to reach out to them and let them know when things are going on. I know that just the other day, it was National Popcorn Day. Well, why isn't it National Popcorn Month? Like, just go ahead and start sending all your people out there. Hey, we're going to do a big thing for National Popcorn Month. Hopefully that helps you. Love you, Di. Thank you. Appreciate you coming on the show too.
Well, Asia thinks that you are an expert. Jason is an expert in so many things. He's also right that Di is amazing. We've got a love fest going on here. I love it. And
I told you, when I invite people to the show, I think I invited close to, 4,000 people, but I also invited all of my clients, all of my good people that I work with on a regular basis. So I'm glad you guys are all here. Thanks, Asia, for showing up. I love you too. You're the best.
And I've got one that's right down your alley. You're going to love this one. Ron Howard has put the question in twice now. I think he's trying to get the attention. He wants a question answered bad. And I love that. I love that. Persistence pays off. So Ron Howard on YouTube says, how should we use ClickFunnels for a very successful learning program? We have over 2,000 5-star ratings, but because we are now trying to reach a national audience for our music school.
Beautiful. Okay, so first of all, ClickFunnels. I'm a big fan of ClickFunnels. I am, quote, a funnel hacker. Been doing it for years, and one of the best events I've ever been to, besides Brian's first meetup, is Funnel Hacking Live in Nashville. I hope to be there again in February, March, or January, February timeframe. So ClickFunnels has a great opportunity for you because of a couple of things. One, you can build the funnel out. And now I don't have the details specifically on your music school, but I always start with one product. Matter of fact, giving some advice to Di as well at the same time. Start with one product, present the one product, whatever that one most popular product is. And then from there, you're going to lead them down the path to buy. And once you've got them to put in the interest and to buy, I used to do a lot of Shopify work, and I don't like Shopify anymore because it takes like 6 clicks to get the actual product purchased. With ClickFunnels, you can do that all on one page. You can get them to put all their details in one page, click the next button, and then their credit card details. You immediately capture their information, build the list. You know their interest. Retargeting is an amazing opportunity. Again, you can do all this with ClickFunnels. And then once you've got them to buy, then you have to start thinking about the natural upsell. And I liken that to, if you're hungry and you want to go to the grocery store and buy a BLT, right? You're like, I want a BLT. I'm just hungry for it. So you go to the grocery store, you walk in, you go to the produce section, you say, hey man, I'm looking for some really ripe tomatoes. Well, that produce guy, if he's done it right, and in my local Fry's, grocery store here, you go into produce section and you say, I'm looking for a tomato. That guy's going to say, oh, great, we got great, heirloom tomatoes right over here, right up on the vine. What are you doing? What are you making? And when he asks that question, he opens the door for you, and you say, I'm just hankering for a BLT. Next thing he's going to say is, well, you're going to need some lettuce for that. Let me show you what we got over here on the lettuce. He's going to take you to the lettuce. And then he's going to say, of course, you're going to need some bacon. Let's go over to there. And he'll walk you over to the bacon. While he's walking, he's going to converse with you and get to know you a little bit. and he's going to make a recommendation on bacon, and he's going to make a recommendation on mayo, whether you're a Hellman's person or a Best Foods person, and he's going to make these recommendations, and he's going to walk you through the store. That's what ClickFunnels is going to do for you. It's going to give you it's going to give them what they want right up front, what they ask for right up front, but then the natural progression to take them through that sales funnel and get them each step of the other things they need. You know, if you're in music school, you're going to be teaching guitar. They're going to need picks. They're going to need guitar. They're going to need guitar strings. They might need a music stand. I mean, so these are things they're going to need, but they don't know they need that right off the bat. So they're just looking for some music lessons. Well, when you get them in the music lessons, then the natural progression is, hey, do you need a music stand? We can go ahead and offer you that for a discount. Hey, we have a great guitar. It's a great learner guitar. We include the strings with it. We include 6 picks with it. So this kind of logic, that's how I would use ClickFunnels to drive traffic and to drive the sale.
Fantastic. My goodness. And we have somebody, you know.
Hey, Trace, I love you. She's actually in Tennessee. I'm going to be going in Tennessee next week, so I hope to get to see you.
All right. Trace Waller asks, at beauty shows, they would make you like them on Facebook or Instagram to get a free gift, and you would show them you did. Okay, that wasn't a question. It was a statement. She's helping. Thank you, Trace.
That's awesome.
That's a great.
She, by the way, is a terrific marketer as well. And she's got a product idea that for years we've been talking about, and we really have to launch it. I'm not going to talk about it now because it's not patented or anything like that, but we've had these conversations. She's got an amazing product idea. I really want to, maybe we can talk about that more when I get to Tennessee.
Fantastic. Connections are not only being made, but they're being nurtured and enhanced. I love it. And Trace, I got to meet you back. Oh my gosh, that was at a Grand Prix race, I remember. Oh, and you came out to the meetup before that.
And your fitnotherapy program too.
That's right. That's right. That's right. So when it comes to being this amazing entrepreneur that you are, you know, it's always best to go for the quick kill, get the money and get out, right?
No, not. No, it's all about relationships. You know, and that's the thing that I think a lot of people miss out on the online experience is that it's like, oh, I just got a sale. Great. It's about relationships. It's about nurturing that relationship. And sometimes that means you don't get the sale up front. So sometimes that means, I mean, I have people that I have literally talked to 4 months ago, and they're now texting me going, hey, you know what? I think I want to move forward. And that's okay, because every time in 4 months, every time they've texted me a question, I'm happy to answer them back. I'm happy to talk to them about whatever it is that they have questions about. For me, it's about the relationship. At the end of the day, I hate to use this term because I know a lot of people do this, but you know, if you are truly passionate in your heart about what you love to do and you give freely, it does come back. It does. You don't know when, you don't know where, and you don't know how, but it does come back. And it may not be all the gifts you give to this person, but then over here somewhere, you're just going to get this blessing. So I'm a firm believer in just lead with your heart, and your wallet will get fat in the meantime.
Fantastic. Trace says, I still use it. Love it. I guess she's talking about fitnotherapy. I'm not sure, but thank you so much.
Her product, because I think her product's pretty badass.
What is that?
I can't talk about it.
Just be a big tease.
The tease.
You're so right about relationships, because that's how you and I met. Was we, you know, the thing that Jason does, the thing that I do, we just show up a bit, you know, back when we could, when pre-COVID days, we were going to different seminars. And the very first time I ever met this guy was at one such boot camp. It was a seminar, and we struck up a friendship that is now 7, 8, 9 years old. And because of that, we didn't start, you know, a JV that moment, that day, that moment, that second. Years later, we kept in touch the whole time. And years later, we've done some things together. And, you know, we just spent 8 days in 2 different hotel rooms together, hashing out our various things that we're working on. They're not secret, but we're not going to reveal them here. I guess that makes them secret. But the thing is about relationships, this Clubhouse app that's brand new, that's all the rage, that what I've found in my short time being with it, maybe a week, is it is the epitome of what you just said, Jason. It's people showing up and giving value. and most of them not expecting anything in return. Now and then you'll get one that's in there to pretty much advertise their business, but not too often I've found so far. What's
someone
that?
who wrote a few best-selling books. It's been out there. Just every time he opens his mouth, he's like, "Oh yeah, but I got this great best-selling book about it."
Yeah, so yeah, be wary of that when you go on these apps. I'm talking not to you, Jason, but those watching and listening. Is just provide value and have the information they want and need in your profile. If they get enough value, they will hunt you down. They will look at your profile. They'll find out how to connect with you. Currently, you can do it on Instagram and Twitter through that app if we're talking Clubhouse. But in general, in all cases, Jason did not come on here to pitch the big insider secrets. I brought it up. I wanted to hear more about it. I want to learn more about it. But more importantly, I wanted all of you to know about it because I know this man's heart. I know he loves to teach and train. And that is what that whole website and system and business is about, is helping you to get to that next level in your business so that you can have a happier, more fulfilling life. That's where he comes from. It's his heart, not from his wallet. Wow, I just made that up. That's pretty good. I'm going to trademark that.
There you go. Copyright Brian Kelly, 2021.
Oh, I hope this is a joke. I'm not sure. Dustin Hall says, "Rock on, Jason. I value your fee." Maybe that was a typo. I don't know, but that was funny. Either way. Thanks, Dustin.
He's reasonable, though. I will tell you that. Thank you.
Oh my goodness! Maybe he missed out the letter R. Free. I value your free. I don't know. That was just.
I got to tell you, this is a great story, actually. So I actually am blessed. Again, this is another very, very good friend of mine, and I'm taking credit here. I actually introduced him to his. Not introduced him to his wife. He knew who is now his wife. He knew her beforehand. But I'm the one that put them together on a dance floor for the very first time. So I like to have a little hand in that relationship matchmaking too. So try to give where I can, and that's where I could. And they have a beautiful, beautiful life and two amazing kids, dogs, and I just love them. Terrellyn, I love you too. Thank you so much.
Oh, I love it. There. Oh, okay. He just hit the return too early. Rock on, Jason. I value your friendship and advice. There we go. Love it. Want to make sure we got Dustin corrected there. That's fantastic. Thank you, Dustin. I appreciate you for coming on and for engaging with Jason. You know how amazing he is. That's why we're here, is to share his incredible light and his wisdom. And you can hear it just listening. He can go on all day, and he will go on all day, and you just need to listen and take notes all day. That's it. He's done so many different things in so many different venues. He's intelligent as hell. I mean, I'd be sitting here and he'll say something. I go, where the heck did this guy come up with that? And he's just, the thing is it's his heart. That is the biggest thing about him, is his heart. And he loves to help people so much. I will say this publicly, sometimes to a fault. The guy loves helping people so dang much. Sometimes he will sacrifice his own temporary happiness for that moment for your long-term happiness. And the thing is, what he does makes him happy. So it's all good, right?
I was going to say, I believe it's well worth it in the end, because I know every day when I go to bed, I'm happy. I'm happy for being able to provide some service to someone. It's a gift, and who am I to deny the gift that was given to me? And my gift is to be able to share. I truly believe that.
And it's been amazing. Given that,
can I add one?
You've had a lot of mentors in your life that have kind of taken you down this path. I was just curious if anyone or several people inspired you along the way to become the person you are today.
Absolutely. I three people come to mind immediately. So of course, my parents, my mother and my father. My mother was a spirited entrepreneur, and my father was a corporate. He was an attorney and a legislator. So I had two completely dynamic upbringings, but both gave me very, very good values and core values in my life. But as far as a mentor goes, and later in life, as far as business things like this, I have to give credit to Mark Victor Hansen. I started working with Mark in early 2002, 2003, I was introduced to Mark and also to T. Harv Eker. And I had the pleasure of working with both of them, being on stage with both of them, and learning, mentoring with both of these guys. And Mark taught me how to think big and how to really just achieve big, audacious goals, just big, big, big goals. And Harv taught me the psychology of wealth and the idea of, it's not about making money. It's about, again, that comes back to the heart. It comes back to what's inside is what makes everything else great. And, the thing is, when you have the right mindset and you have the right attitude going into life, everything works. Even the stuff that doesn't, even the green screen logo thing, it's still, right? It just works.
Yeah, absolutely. And Mark Victor Hansen was a co-author of a very famous book. Which one was that?
Well, the one that I happen to identify with, which is not the one you're thinking of, is the 1 Minute Millionaire. But the one you're thinking of course, is Chicken Soup for the Soul.
Just for those that may not have heard of him, because you won't believe this, man. Because I had Les Brown on this show, who's only 2 years older than Mark Victor Hansen.
Oh my God, Les is amazing.
Les is 75 years old, and I cannot tell you. I would say at least half the people I ask, and this varies in age, have never heard of Les Brown. I almost fall out of my chair every time. So I just
Mama Brown's baby boy,
Absolutely, I love that guy and his buttery voice. I love it. It's amazing, and that guy's amazing. And so I just want to make sure everybody kind of put the two together. Mark Victor Hansen. There's John Astor. No, not John Astor. Who else was involved in that?
Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen.
Jack Canfield, that was it.
Yeah. I actually had the pleasure. This is actually a fun story. I had the pleasure of, most people don't know this, but Chicken Soup for the Soul was actually the #1 licensed product at its time ever. Like, it was the #1 licensed product ever. And it was right when I was getting into licensing and doing a lot of as seen on TV product stuff. And I actually got on stage with Mark, and this is a great thing. So I actually outsold him and the Chicken Soup for the Soul series in 1 year on books. And he's like, how did that happen? And I said, well, here's what I did. I took some advice you had. I actually wrote a book, and then I put it inside an as seen on TV product. So every time they bought the product, they got the book. I sold over 1 million books in 1 year.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Thinking out of the box. That is what this. So Jason thought out of the box by putting a book into the box.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there's more than one way to, I would say skin a cat, but that might offend some cat lovers. But you know what I'm saying. There's more than one way to accomplish your goal of being a 1 million book bestseller.
Yeah, and that it's kind of commonplace now, but it wasn't for that long ago. I'll get it out. But a lot of people would carry what are called business cards and hand them out, and it became a better way to do that was to carry your books with you and hand those out, and those would be your calling card, which are much higher value. Number one, number two, it just oozes immediate authority status, greater than what if they've never met you. They're like, okay, their level of opinion of you just went up a tick or a lot. And then the other thing was you shared this little fun thing you did with a fishbowl where people were collecting business cards for a drawing at a seminar. And what did you do, Jason?
So it's actually great if you have authored a book. There's a lot of great secrets I can tell you about authoring books, but this one is great. So you go to any networking event, and every networking event has that little fishbowl, right? So you put your book in the fishbowl, and what happens is eventually the network leader is going to go up to the podium, the microphone. They're going to go and they're going to see your book, and they're going to pull your book out. And they're literally going to hold I'm looking to see if I have a copy of my book right here, but I don't. They're going to hold your book up, and they're going to be like, Jason Nast, how text marketing killed email marketing in 2020. What is this your book? Did you put this in the fishbowl? Well, what they're doing is they're literally advertising for you all across the thing. And of course, you want to be at the exact opposite end of the room at that time, because you want to yell across the room, oh, hey, I don't carry business cards, I carry books, so I put that in there, but it looks like I won, ha ha. And you go, no, I'll tell you what, take my book and give it to the next card you pull out of that bowl. And by the way, if anybody else wants a copy of that book, I have a few limited copies in my backpack here. So if you want, just come on over and see me. And you've just gotten not one, not two, but then they're going to pull a card out and give away your book. 3 free advertisements in a huge networking room, all because you wrote a book and somebody else didn't.
And applied out of the box thinking to marketing yourself during the seminar. You know, something I have a team of apprentices, and I always train them in the beginning when they first come on is to participate and play full out no matter what you're doing. And I use that example of being at a seminar. Here's another one is like if you're in the audience, you always want to do your absolute darndest to be seated toward the front as much as you possibly can, even pay for the VIP. Why? Yeah. Well, there are times when they ask questions of the crowd, and they will have people with microphones running to those who raise their hand. If you're chosen, if the speaker calls you out, that's where you stand up above the crowd. Don't sit in your chair. You take the microphone if they'll let you hold it. Most won't, but that's okay. You give a brief introduction very fast, your name, your business, and then you ask your question, and also turn to face the crowd a little bit as you're doing this with your body to open them in. And what just happened? Just what Jason said. You just got exposure to a sea of people who are all facing forward because you're in the front. Yep. If you're in the back, they're all doing, they can't find you, and they just say, forget it, I'm not going to look. So just those little things to get free added exposure. And you're not doing anything cheesy. It's just you're taking action, and you're getting up front, and you're standing up and talking into a microphone, which may send shivers down many people's spines, but that's why it's good for you, and that's why you should do it.
Also, I will add this to it, is that if you have the right energy in the front of the room, that speaker, that person on stage, or a multitude of people on stage, they will be drawn to your energy. So always have high energy. As a public speaker myself, if I'm at an event, oftentimes they'll set the speakers in the back of the room. Mm-hmm. But I have on multiple occasions been asked to sit all the way in the front because of the energy I bring to the front of the room. It helps elevate the energy of the entire room when the front has a lot of energy. So have good energy too. That's and people will be drawn and attracted to your energy.
And for anybody that thought that was woo-woo, I'm here to attest it is not. It is the absolute truth. The other thing, we'll piggyback on that it also does, if you aren't already known by the main speaker, the one putting on the event, you will get known. Even if you're not a speaker, but you're up in the front and you're always, not every single question, but you're raising your hand and participating, they will notice you. That's many ways I've gotten noticed, and they'll go, I remember you from this other event across town or in a different state. What was your name again? And you've already got the icebreaker. And these are influencers I'm talking about, not just other attendees that were there. So it's amazing. Just keep showing up and then participate and play full out, and take a book if you have it and put it in the fishbowl to win that prize.
Absolutely. And by the way, I actually got to speak in front of 3,000 people on T. Harv Eker's stage, because at all the other events, I was that guy in the front, always participating, always getting active with him. So that's how he invited me up to talk. That
showing up like you should. And Ron Howard said some time ago, but I want to bring it up. Thank you, Jason, for your information. He was.
Hey, man, thanks, Ron. I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in.
Absolutely.
Be sure to like and subscribe wherever you're tuning in. If Brian's not going to say it, be sure to like, subscribe. Make sure you get there, because we like to provide tons of information.
Absolutely, and we are, brother. It's at the end of it here. So,
oh my gosh,
we're about to close the show, but stick with us because we got some incredible things we got to give away.
Yes,
we still have that. I haven't forgotten, and we have one amazing question I like to ask every guest at the end of the show, and it's usually a doozy. And it's profound. And the answer that is given by each guest, Jason, now the next one in line, has always been very profound and very deep and very thought-provoking. And I can't wait to ask him of that. But before we do that, I promised you that you would learn how you could win a 5-night stay at a 5-star luxury resort. Compliments of this guy right here and his company, the Big Insider Secrets.com by Jason Nast. You now have both of our permission. I don't know where I put my phone. There it is. To take out your phone and take your gaze away from this screen for just a moment. If you're not already, look at that pink phone. Isn't that beautiful? If you're already,
That's not your real phone. I know that.
Yeah, got it just for that's another topic for another day, but it is a phone. Take out your phone and pull up your messaging app, because this is how you enter. And I can't wait to see a bunch of these coming through. I'm
Yeah.
putting it on the screen. And so where you would actually type in the name of the person you're going to text, instead put in this phone number. You see it on the screen if you're watching and you're here live. It's 314-665-1767. You may want to jot that down really fast. I know all of you were taking notes, weren't you? You already have a pen and paper. 314-665-1767. And then when you want to type in that message, when you go to type the message to your friend and you're putting in emojis and all that, you go down to that section, tap there, and no emojis, just 2 words separated by a dash. And the 2 words are peak, that's P-E-A-K, dash, vacation, all together, no spaces, peak dash vacation. Go ahead and text that right now. You will be entered, and then follow the ensuing directions. You will be asked for your email address to be officially entered into this phenomenal contest. We give away one of these each and every show. Compliments once again of this amazing guy right here, Mr. Jason, the Big Insider, Nast of the Big Insider Secrets.com. Thank you for that, Jason. I truly mean it. That is the most amazing thing that we get to do, is a giveaway and show our love back to people because of your wonderful gift helping to sponsor our show. So thanks so much.
I've been to 2 of the resorts. So I've actually, just things that I don't talk about, things I don't do. I've been to 2 of the resorts. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're gorgeous.
Glad you brought that up. So just so you know, you're not being shanghaied into a timeshare presentation or anything like that. It's your place. You get to stay there. It's no one's going to bother you. You're just going to be there like any other guest, and you're just going to be there at zero cost to you, other than the travel and airfare to get there. But the resort and the cost of the room is on Jason.
I mean, taxes and resort fees you are gonna you're gonna take care of at the resort and stuff, but it's well worth it. I think for 5 nights, 6 days, I think it was like $200 total for taxes and resort fees. So, and this is I went twice in Mexico, one in Puerto Vallarta and one in Rocky Point. And it's just gorgeous. You got the lazy river, like 6 pools. It was, I'm sorry. I love the place. I'm actually want to go again. So I will.
All right. Well, it's time for that big heavy hitting question.
The heavy question.
So there are two parts to it. One is there is no such thing as a wrong answer, because that's the only part that's personal. In fact, the only correct answer is your answer, because it's personal to you. And so if there was any intrepidation or wondering what the heck this question is, which you probably already know what it is, but you shouldn't have it anymore. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. Jason Nast, how do you define success?
So I appreciate the question. And I actually do remember this from 2 years and 7 months ago. I don't remember what my answer was back then, but I'm going to guess it because I'm going to actually speak from my heart. So it may be either very similar or the exact same answer. Success in my world is people. It is the relationships that I build. It's who I can help be successful, and who, at the end of the day, at the end of my time here in this world, I want to know that I helped as many people be successful in their definition of success. And it's not about money. It's not about, for me personally, it's about time. I value time. I love travel, and I love having the time to travel. So that's how I personally identify with success, when I can travel and take time and do things that I love to do. But not everybody's like that. So for me personally, my ultimate success at the end of days is how many people I was able to help achieve their success. So ultimately, that's it. And I look at it like this, and I'm not trying to end on a down note, because it's not a down note at all. But at my funeral, everybody's going to walk away with a smile on their face and a few bucks in their pocket, because that's a funeral worth having. And I believe that, because I want to help as many people, even on my last day.
Love it, brother. That was amazing.
So I have to caveat this. That's not my line. I actually borrowed that line from a movie that I absolutely love called Other People's Money with Danny DeVito back in 1991. And that was his speech to the stockholders. And I loved it, and it resonated with me. And I that's who I am. I've said this for years, that at my funeral, people will walk away with a smile and money.
I love that quote. And yeah, so it's perfect because it just goes along the same lines of entrepreneurship and what everyone should do. And that is model success, model what you want, which is a fancy term for copy. And it's, you just gave credit where credit was due. So there's nothing wrong with what you just did. And you did it in a great way because, you put it in a great context, and everybody's going to want to go see that movie, and they're going to be happy you just said that.
It's a great movie. It's a fun movie. It really is.
Man, I can't believe that this has come to an end, my brother. I appreciate you so much. I mean,
our time always goes so fast, and whether it's 1 hour or 4 days, it's just been incredible. So thank you. I appreciate you bringing me on tonight.
Oh man, it's been wonderful, my brother. And I put up this banner just for the purpose of all you who are watching live. Once we're done, right at the end of this, when the recording is turned off, OFF, we are going to be switching over to Clubhouse, and you'll see there's a username to follow there, and there's an event going on by the name of the Mind Body Business Show, the show for entrepreneurs. Head on over for a quick post-show Q&A, a little fun party. If you have the Clubhouse app, we'd love to see you. If you have questions with Jason, you can literally ask him live. We just have to shut off the recorder to abide by Clubhouse's policies and procedures that we shall not record anything while on Clubhouse. So hope to see you over there in just a moment. You see down the bottom scrolling by at Brian C. Kelly and at Jason Nast. Follow both of us and look for the Mind Body Business Show, the show for entrepreneurs. And Jason wants to say something quick.
I'll say two things. One is I have never owned an Apple device in my life, and I was introduced to Clubhouse, which is an Apple-only product, an iOS-only app. And one of the keys to success in entrepreneurialism is action. Take action. So literally 7 hours after you introduced it to me, I bought an Apple product, and I logged in, and it has already just been tremendously successful. So I highly recommend it. If you have an iOS device, the thing is, it is only by invitation. So if you aren't on Clubhouse and you'd like to be on Clubhouse, reach out to myself. I have a few invitations available, and maybe Brian has one he'll be willing to give up, but we'd love to get you and to take some action right away. I told you earlier how TikTok is an amazing marketing machine right now. Well, Clubhouse, I believe, is going to be the next best, biggest coming on thing. So,
and similar story. I mean, I heard about it first from a friend of mine, Zachary Babcock, who kept talking about it, singing his praises. I did not own an Apple device either, and I ended up buying this one on eBay. It's a nice, wonderful, pretty pink from a guy's daughter. It was her former phone. I don't care what color it is. It's about results. And so, first iPhone I've ever owned. And the only reason I got it was for Clubhouse, and I'm on it. And like Jason's saying, it's something you should definitely check into. It's like first mover's advantage, right? The first one.
Absolutely.
This is the time to do it. If you don't have an iPhone, I spent $100 on the phone. It's used. I didn't care. And another $100 on some external equipment to hook this up so we could do this without being plugged into the ears, and just did what it took. Like Jason says, take action, take massive, immediate, and consistent action all the time to be successful. We'll see you over there on Clubhouse. We're going to call it a show. One last thing. I got to do one more. So, Jason, if you were to meet somebody and they were a it's time for an entrepreneur shower. They're just starting out. Aside from giving them an entrepreneur shower, if you could tell them just one, you only get one, and it's got to be quick. One piece of advice. You're in an elevator. You got 10 seconds because their floor is coming up. What would that piece of advice be to that new budding entrepreneur?
2 parts, the same thing. Say yes first, figure it out later, take action. That's it. Like, take action.
I have it. I'm going to use it for the first time ever. Mic drop. Oh, it bounced.
I love it.
Oh, I love it. All right, my brother.
You have to put a sound effect, though, of a thump on your stream.
Good idea. That's a great idea. See, I love this guy. And I truly do. Jason Nast, I love you. I love you, brother. Thank you for coming on the show and just oozing value for everyone watching. That's it for tonight, everybody. I appreciate you for being on, for staying on.
An annual thing instead of an every 2 year, 7 month thing.
Yeah, or every 6 months, or every month. We'll make it happen. Absolutely. Good. I can't believe it's been that long. All right.
Thank you so much.
The Mind Body Business Show. On behalf of this amazing, amazing guy, Jason, the Big Insider Nast, I'm your host, Brian Kelly, and we will see you again next week. Until then, so long for now, and be blessed.
Take care, everybody. Thank you all. Thank you all so much for coming. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you for tuning in to the Mind Body Business Show podcast at www.themindbodybusinessshow.com. My name is Brian Kelly.